ducking 12, now I'm ducking hell. Many times I failed, many times I prevailed. Satan on my trail, I got God, I'm doing well. Had to tell myself, I ain't taking no more L. When it sees, 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 it's coming, I believe it, huh? Watch it leave me speechless, huh? It's my winning season, huh? Flexing on my demons, huh? Knew the Lord was scheming, wasn't down for no reason, huh? Man, I moved this whole season, Michael Jackson, Billie Jean, and I came from the bottom of the pot. When I got saved, I was on the block. I got locked with bags in my sock. I got bagged by undercover cops. Up the street from the parking lot. On the way to the barber shop. I'm just grateful that I made it out. Ain't see myself off the paper route. Still got homies living in the trenches. I feed homeless women on the benches. We shoot all year like Thanksgiving. On the block, I made a great decision. There's somebody tell me I ain't winning. I got youngers changing how they feeling. Instead of telling them to stop sinning, I just show a better way of living. They still ducking 12. Still bust shells, still bust sales. Look at them numbers on the scale. Me, I'm ducking hell. Try all of what I feel. I say I turn a wheel when I win my life on the scale. Went from ducking 12, now I'm ducking hell. Many times I failed, many times I prevailed. Satan on my trail, I got God, I'm doing well. Had to tell myself, I ain't taking no more L. When it sees, 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 when it sees. I had to trust you for this, yeah. I had to pray, then I had to get it, man. I had to hustle for this, yeah. I go astray, get stuck in my way, but you know I love you for this, yeah. Stay in my lane and trust in your ways, man. That's what I must do for this, yeah. That's what I must do for this. Only way to run it up. Gotta trust in number one. I don't do no running ups. Can't you see we coming up? Might be down, but my winning season coming up. This is labor, this is work. This is labor when it's tough. You put your faith in the world. You lost me trusting in love. This is favor, this is trust. This is favor, this is love. Great connection with the plug. Everybody getting high. You ain't never had this drug. I done been through the fire. I done been through the mud. I done fought through the lies. I been lied to by blood. I forgave a couple guys. They were showing fake love. I done still came up. Pull up. Lately I'm ducking my sin. I got the piece of me that's for a dent. I got the Gigi pieces, not just Gigi pieces that I rock on the top of my skin. Speaking of rock, I've been rocking with him. You've been following me and I'm following him. Yeah, so every little thing that's attached to me automatically wins. Got it.
Everything attached to me.
Oh, we winning, we winning, we winning, we winning, we winning, we winning, we winning. Got it.
Everything attached to me.
We winning, 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 we winning. When it sees, 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 when it sees. Went from ducking 12, now I'm ducking hell. Many times I failed, many times I prevailed. Satan on my trail, I got God, I'm doing well. Had to tell myself, I ain't taking no more L. When it sees, 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 it's coming, I believe it, huh? Watch it leave me speechless, huh? It's my winning season, huh? Flexing on my demons, huh? Knew the Lord was scheming, wasn't down for no reason, huh? Man, I moved this whole season, Michael Jackson, Billie Jean, and I came from the bottom of the pot. When I got saved, I was on the block. I got locked with bags in my sock. I got bagged by undercover cops. Up the street from the parking lot. On the way to the barber shop. I'm just grateful that I made it out. Ain't see myself off the paper route. Still got homies living in the trenches. I feed homeless women on the benches. We shoot all year like Thanksgiving. On the block, I made a great decision. There's somebody tell me I ain't winning. I got youngers changing how they feeling. Instead of telling them to stop sinning, I just show a better way of living. They still ducking 12. Still bust shells. Still bust sales. Look at them numbers on the scale. Me, I'm ducking hell. Try all of what I feel. I say I turn a wheel when I win my life on the scale. Went from ducking 12, now I'm ducking hell. times I failed, many times I prevailed. Satan on my trail, I got God, I'm doing well. Had to tell myself, I ain't taking no more L. Winning season, winning season, winning season, winning season, winning season.
Oh, that's
winning season, winning season.
Yeah,
winning
you know.
season,
You got some
winning
Jones
season,
video.
Oh, Sonic. Pimp Sonic?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Good afternoon, family.
I hope that wasn't on the show.
And we getting started early. Abstrakt Xcilence, y'all. What's going on? ABX is in the building. Y'all know what it is. The gifted, audience driven, all up and nothing. So, it's a new day. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, all that good stuff. Actually, we'll see y'all before the New Year, so. But we'll get into the holiday stuff a little bit later. We have today special guest, my man B.E. What's going on, good
What's
sir?
up, my brother? Good, man.
What's up? Welcome, man. Welcome to the
Appreciate
show.
the opportunity, man. Had to come check y'all out, you know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We appreciate you. My man B.E. is going to talk about his music and what he's doing in business. He's probably going to give us a performance later on. But if you follow us on social media, as you know, we really want to get into what's going on in our city with our kids being preyed upon. And I don't want to waste too much time. I want to get right into it. So I'm going to quick introductions, and then we're going to jump right into it. As always, everybody's pretty much here. The family's back. Bree Love is back. You had to work last week. What's going on?
AKA the neighborhood pretty boy.
Black
You must live
Love.
in the neighborhood by
Thank
yourself,
you.
right?
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
You're
Thank
the
you.
only person in that pretty boy neighborhood.
Here we go.
Live by yourself, it's easy to be pretty.
And
Y'all know me, the Facebook Live King.
can you look at the camera when you talking about when you introducing yourself?
Oh, how y'all doing, Cam? I'm the star of the show. You guys know me.
Anyways, Nutty,
Oh, wow.
my man. The Arc is in the building.
Yes, sir.
We got your folks.
Oh, yeah. My nephew Jason right there. Photographer Mario. My brother Bone. KC. You know,
sir.
they came to support me. Everything I do, I don't hang with too many, man. Just, you know, solid.
That's the way to keep it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome,
And we
welcome,
like
welcome.
to we like to always introduce all the family. So thank y'all for coming out. Of course, we got Jacob, Jade, one of the kids' mom's back there too today.
Boom.
And
Some
last
Portugal
but
joint.
not
Portugal
least, the genius and man behind it all, standing man. Congratulations on the promotion, Brody. My man, we
Can I get a dollar?
Just let all Facebook Live know we're having a congratulations party on stand at Red Lobster after the show. On stand.
Brody, man. Brody's the station manager. He's the schedule make. Brody, it's live. We about to do some major things in 2020. So y'all make sure y'all stick with us and roll with us.
We good.
Yeah, that said, we had a little woo, right? That said, shout out to all the mothers. My mother's here, but Mama Ann,
Mama Bree Love.
Mama Bree, Mama Vic,
All the mamas.
All
his
the mamas
mama.
around the
Yeah,
world.
all the
All the
mamas.
mamas. Just put it like that. All the mamas. All the mamas.
Connect to
Mama,
Bridge,
mama,
Doc,
mama.
love y'all.
Mama.
Wifey, love you. Jaden, what's going on? So we just gonna hop right into
dive
it.
right into
Pounds, man, pounds. First off, man, I'm so proud of my brothers, man. They took. I'm lost for words. They took major steps this week, man, and to stepping up and trying to do something. Just trying to do something. You know what I'm saying? To protect our kids. Not ours, but nevertheless, it was spearheaded by. Oh boy. Go ahead.
Okay. So over the past couple of weeks, there's been a white van driving around D.C. Propositioning little girls, underage girls, 11, 10, 9, catching them coming from school and going to school. So about 2 weeks ago, my daughter said something about it, but she said it in the way of, like, talking about the boogeyman, how her and her friends have to run from the white van. About a week ago, one of the young ladies in my neighborhood was accosted by the man and asked, if you need a ride or why you're lonely. And when she didn't reply, he decided to stop and try to get out and grab her, but she ran off. We also had a couple more incidents in the neighborhood where this happened. So I went on my Facebook and I just asked the community to help look out for the kids. Come outside on your porch. Be more visual, because waiting on the police, which is a reactive force, isn't going to help once your kid is snatched. Like, I have a daughter that goes to that school. I have cousins, that go to that school, and family members that go to that school. So we want to make sure that our family is safe. So instead of just talking about it, I tried to do as much as I could to get out there and help. With the help of Anthony and Foot spreading the word, and Anthony Breelove, and my nephew Nate, who I'm going to give a shout out to.
Nate.
As well as T, who lives in the building, who's been in constant contact with the police as far as just let them know, what's going on, and helping contact schools and make sure the word's getting out there.
And Sister Britt, who's not here. We love you,
Brittany,
Britt.
yeah.
Appreciate you, Britt.
Appreciate you, baby.
I'll rub on you next week.
Breelove.
I'm sorry. He threw me over there. I'm sorry.
Me and Brittany have a love affair.
Okay. Basically, Pound said what he needed to say, and it's basically the same. I'm the same way. I'm gonna keep it short because I get very passionate. They call it aggressive, I call it passionate.
It's a borderline.
It's a borderline with me, when it comes to these babies. My thing is this, and I'm just gonna get straight to the point. Don't talk about it, be about it. I'm about action. We can play the social media game all day, back and forth. Until you show your presence, he's gonna stay in that neighborhood. And my thing is, I'm not trying to stop him just in our neighborhood. I want him where he needs to be, and that's behind bars. So, if you're seeing this podcast, man, honestly, take what we're saying. We're dead serious about what we're saying about this, man. We have to protect our babies. These are our babies. This is our future. This is our culture. You feel me?
Facts.
And we have to protect them. You know what I'm saying?
So last night we came up with this. We thought about how we want DC off limits to any predators or kids. We want them to know that DC is off limits. Same way if you don't go to Chicago in the summer, or you don't wear red or blue in Compton because you know that you're not supposed to wear those colors.
They
certain things that are off limits. So why can't we make something positive off limit for our youth? Like I keep saying,
their kids in DC.
We come out for don't mute DC. We come out for we don't want a Walmart built in this neighborhood, but you won't even come on your porch. You won't come to your window. You won't come to the school to see the kids get back and forth to school. It takes less than a half hour of your day to do that, to protect the kids in the neighborhood. These are your kids. These are our kids. Like, show some compassion for your kids. Like I keep saying, there is no stance on drugs, on gun violence, on who the president is, on politics, if your child is snatched. None of those issues mean anything to you. Because it wouldn't mean anything to me if my child is snatched. I wouldn't care what else is going on in the neighborhood. So, and this is coming from, like we always tell, we were raised in the hood, so we weren't the biggest police supporters at all. Period. But one of the things that was said was the young lady whose daughter got propositioned was that she was making the neighborhood hot because she called the police. What else was she supposed to do? I mean, honestly, was anybody out there going to go get her daughter back? Was anybody going to protect her daughter at that moment?
No Liam Neeson in the hood.
We got no Liam Neeson in the hood. Nah, we don't. So, like my whole campaign is to just help protect the kids so they can get back and forth to school. Like, if you want a better life for yourself and your kids, this is one way of doing it, like an education.
Also, like, have an action plan for your kid. Talk to your kid about what to do in situations like this, so they won't just be lost. And like, just don't wait till the last minute. Like, don't wait till your child possibly attempt to get snatched and want to do something about it when you can do something now.
Facts. Hey, one more thing. Oh, go ahead, nephew. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
This when Pound said that, it kind of hit close to home because my sister, we just talked about this. She got a little action word that if something happened, she called and she said the action word, something. Hopefully somebody will get to her in time.
Like potassium or something. I can't remember what it is.
Man,
but
trying to call out bananas?
As
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
When I was in high school, and we used to get on the subway together. I always walk behind her, and she'd be like, "Why are you walking so behind?" I'm like, "Cause I'm always being aware of my surroundings. I might have my phone. I might be looking at my phone, but I'm really not looking at my phone. I probably have some music on and just looking around."
That's an interesting segue. You wanted to say something, but I want to touch on that point. I don't want to forget.
I'll slip real quick. I ain't gonna
So
also, the times that we need to be out there is like from 7 to 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning, and maybe like 3 p.m. to maybe like 4:30, 5 o'clock p.m.
Right.
It's just 2.5 hours of your time if you're willing to help.
That said, bro, did you have a
Takes
comment on
village,
any of
takes
this?
a village, baby.
That said, man, yes, exactly. It takes a village. I wasn't physically present this week, but as we've talked about, there are things, man, that all of us can do, whether we can be physically present or just really vigilant in what we actually are doing with ourselves in terms of whether it's, like they said, talking to your kids about being aware, whether it's just, I think I saw this somewhere, somebody said something, sometimes it won't hurt, man. You leave the grocery store, you see a lady with her kids and she got a whole bunch of bags, man. Before you pull off, just make sure she get in her car. You know what I'm saying? It's simple stuff, man. Just make sure we good. At the end of the day, we've lost it. We've lost it because of the electronics. You know, a lot of the times we miss so much. We talked about this last night. We miss so much because our heads are down on the phone. So sometimes the simplest things that we used to be able to kind of, go door to door, let me get a cup of sugar. It's lost, man. The actual connection of communicating and actually caring about one another and what we feel, it's lost on modern society. And for whatever reason, some way, somehow, we sat down and decided we wanted to get it back. So that's what we saying. Just, you see something, say something, man. Each one teach one.
Say something.
Teach your kids to cuss.
What?
And this
man.
just went left. See, he
We're
was
going,
having
we're
a.
going.
Go ahead. You want to tell them your logic behind that? Go ahead.
Thank you. I wanted to explain my logic.
Go ahead.
So this is my logic for teaching your kids to cuss, right?
His logic.
I'm not telling your kids
His
to cuss
logic.
all day long. But if you're in the street and you hear a kid yell out, "I don't know this MFer," the first thing you do is turn around. There you go. Right there. There goes some preventive action. I'm just telling you. A little couple of cuss words won't hurt.
That's it, man. We just trying to make a difference one way or the other, man. And it's us. It's not enough. We aren't enough, and it takes a village. Like Ray said, it takes a village, and this is not going away because we mad and we talk about if I see him, I'm up. It's not going away for that. It's not going.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, it's not.
That's what gets it. Oh, call already. That's what I'm talking about. Appreciate you.
Good afternoon. You're on the air. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, whoever you are.
They was ordering pizza.
Yeah, no. But no. That's the point that I wanted to make. Honestly, real quick. We have to stop with that. Because I seen some things on social media where people talking about if I see him, I'm gonna put my hands on him, I'm gonna do this and da 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 da. What is that gonna do? Because at the end of the day, you do that to that person, the police find you and take you away from what you're supposed to be protecting, your children. So you have to think smarter. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. You already know, the people that know me, you know where I come from. You know what I rep. But at the end of the day, we grow and we mature. There's nothing wrong with calling the police when it comes to something like that. You understand what I mean? Even though I might not, I'm going to keep it 100. They know I am. I speak passionately from the heart. I might not like them. But at the end of the day, let them do their job, what they're supposed to do. You understand what I mean? And that's all I got to say about that one.
Yeah, I don't call it. I got my house robbed, did not call the police. But I would call the police for a predator preying on kids. You want to come on there? You want to let it go?
So, I mean, I usually wouldn't do this, but we have a special comment, and with this topic, she actually has. I mean, she's the reason why we all here. One of the reasons we all here. So, Mama wanted to come in and speak. So, step in on over here, lady. Come on and come get the mic over there. We're gonna let Mom speak. Go ahead. Good afternoon, caller. Abstrakt Xcilence, are you there?
Hello?
Hello.
Hello, who am I speaking with?
Hi, this is Brandy. How are you?
Pretty good, and yourself?
I'm good. I guess Pam told me to call in.
Oh, okay.
So this is the young lady's mother who had the incident.
Oh,
hey.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
They know you as T.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, hi. How are you?
How you doing, T?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for calling in. Actually, it's perfect timing because we were just talking about it. And if you don't mind, can you give your point of view of what you went through this week.
Okay, so Monday my baby was walking home. She doesn't go to KIPP. She goes to Brooklyn Middle. So she walks she touches the 80. So she gets off the 80 at North Capitol. And she was walking up Q. So off of Florida Avenue, she was walking out in a white van. Rolled down his window and asked her, was she lonely? And did she need a ride? When he went to go put his car in park, my baby ran home.
Good girl, good girl.
She called me. I buzzed her in. She called me crying, hysterical. I came home, and we went over it. I called the police. I keep calling the police, asking them to pull the crime video from the corner of First and Q, and to get the crime, or to at least pull video from the gas station. I haven't gotten
did they?
assistance with that.
Oh, okay.
They said that they ordered it, but I'm like, when a shooting happens, it shouldn't take that long for you to get video.
Right, that's what yeah. Okay, that's another, I can't even get into that because that's, the topic of that law enforcement. But that, we were just kind of discussing what we can do, what we're trying to do in general to help. But with each individual in the community, I mean, what do you feel we can do, I should say, as a parent and having directly dealt with it and speaking to our community in general in terms of each of us doing something?
I can't say because I feel like, I mean, this knocked on my door. So personally, I was like, because I'm in the community, I should have been doing it as well.
Okay.
But just protecting our own.
Respect.
But going forward, like I tell the guys that are outside, y'all are outside all day, every day. Pay attention.
Facts.
The guy, the people that are walking their dog. If you see the kids coming home, just pay attention. And my baby said, she was like, well, Mommy, they're usually outside and nobody was outside. Well, that particular day, it was raining. So they were probably in the houses or sitting in the cars. I mean, I'm not faulting them. I'm good that she was able, she was aware of her surroundings because I talk to her every day. Be aware of your surroundings. Keep your head on the swivel,
Right.
But I guess just as a community, just pay attention.
So, T, what is the backlash from it? Like, she doesn't want to go to the school anymore. Like, just imagine the time you have to take out of work now to get her to school and get her back from school.
Yeah.
Because trying to put her in another school now is too late.
Yeah. So my baby stayed home all week.
Wow.
Because she's scared to go to school. I brought her outside yesterday, and that was kind of like an iffy thing. We're outside today, and it's because I'm with her. She's a little bit more comfortable. But when I go to work tomorrow, so I have to have somebody. I'm going to go take her to school, but there are days that I'm not going to be able to take her to school, so I'm going to sit at the bus stop with her. But then I'm going to have somebody bring her home. Yeah. And then I'm going to have to change my whole route as far as her. When she does want to ride the bus, I'm changing her whole route. So it's something that she's comfortable with now is going to be something new to her.
Yeah, that's it's crazy, man. Like I don't just listening to like I feel bad, man. We got to do something. We can't let this happen like this, man. Like we can't let this happen.
It's horrible
like this.
because
like,
her daughter's a sweet girl. T is actually a really nice person. She'll bend over backwards for anybody. She's a great person. So to have this happen to her daughter, and like I told you, so I know T because she lives in my mother building, and her daughter and my daughter play together. The reason why I care about T is because she treats Lyric like her daughter. I've seen her go to the store and get, ice cream for her daughter and come back with one for Lyric and everybody else. I've seen her fuss at Lyric for not doing what she's supposed to do in school. Like I've seen her fuss her for being disrespectful to her grandmother. But then she's upstairs playing and joking and, and play fighting with Lyric like that's her daughter. So like I said, so she does have that this is my neighborhood thing as well. But And then like I said, the backlash. So this people need to understand. Once this happens, it's not just over once the next day. It affects you throughout the whole entire week or month or.
Right. So,
Right.
So, yeah. So that's it. Thanks again, T. I mean, you're welcome to stay on the call.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm gonna pass it on over to Mama, who has some things clearly on her mind. So, go ahead. You got a comment? Yes.
I'm gonna try to keep it short because I know you got an hour segment. But it starts in our neighborhoods. It starts in your neighborhood. You got retired people all up and down these streets in D.C. doing nothing. But they'll be the first one to jump out there with a stack of pictures of a baby being snatched off the street, crying, pleading, please bring them home. When you can take 1 hour of your day, sit on your front, if it's raining, snowing, peeing, whatever it might be, you can take that time, because if that child gets missing, you will be out in the snow crying. We talk about it. We keep saying that we can do something, but we don't do anything. And yes, we want the metropolitan area to be safe, but we want it all to be safe because we got too many kids being missing all over the world. And it's boys and girls. Now they're attacking grown women because in Fort Washington, they tried to snatch 2 women. They were the age of 26 and 29. We can't just sit in the house and look at TV and say, what can we do about it? I can't say, well, the boys on the corner shouldn't be out there selling drugs. If you're selling drugs, then watch out for your neighborhood children.
Okay. And
on that note, I'm going to stop because I'll get mad and start crying because we can do something, but we choose not to do anything.
That's the passion that
thank
we're
you,
talking
Mama.
about.
Yeah,
That's the passion that we're
that
talking
is
about.
absolute fact. And that little lady right there, I love her to death. She's
How many times she say that?
yeah, exactly. That's what I wanted to touch on that for a second. Like my mother, his mother, like we had a block full of women that didn't have guns, but they had faith and bets. So at the end of the day, you weren't messing with us. You weren't messing with their kids. It wasn't gonna happen, Captain. Like so. Even though we grew up in the midst of hectic environments, we always felt protected. That's why we're sitting here. That's why we consider ourselves real legit brothers, because we grew up as that. We grew up as family because we were protected by a community full of women. The men, for whatever reason, fathers different things than women, and one of those women being my mother. And so when she speaks, she's absolutely speaking from. In fact, she been in the front. She been on the front line. She raised 3 boys, and then a whole bunch of other boys. So, I mean, what you gonna do, man? Like, everybody say they die for their kids, but now it's time to live for your kids. So what you gonna do? You gonna go out and party? You gonna go out and pop bottles? You gonna hashtag on social media how much you love your kids? Oh, best mother, best father in the world. Oh,
But can I say something? It's not.
Go ahead. You
At
good.
this point, it's not about what you're gonna say. I'd rather you do it, because actions speak louder than words.
Amen.
100.
Amen.
I want to see it. Like I can say all day, oh, I'm gonna take the kids to school every day, which I don't have a problem in doing.
Facts.
But to do it is one thing.
Hey, well,
To be out there and watching the kids, it's not even. And you don't even have to take an hour out of your day.
Hey, I like to say
Yeah,
love is
it's
an
not at
action
4
word,
o'clock.
man.
Yeah.
Right.
Love is an action word.
I'm sorry, baby. So it's just about doing it, and don't talk about it, do it.
Facts.
Al-
Yeah, I know y'all want to, before we wrap this up.
Also, we need to communicate, because once we push them out of our neighborhood, they just gonna go to another neighborhood
Good point.
and try to do the same thing. So people just need to communicate as well on what's going on in their neighborhoods.
That's why I said the city. Make the city off limits for pedophiles, for children, for people who prey on children. Make them know that, man, this is not the city that you want to go to.
So it's a process. At the
Yeah,
end
it
of the
is.
day, we got to build, we got to grow, we got to unite, we got to do what we do.
I'm out there. You already know.
when it's all said and
I'm out
done,
there
y'all
head
need to know,
first.
like next week, this can't be gone next week. This can't be gone in the beginning of 2020. Can't be new, We can't forget this. So we got to build one step at a time because we got to, in order to influence change, we have to build bricks. We got to actually make them feel us. So that's what we're going to do. Period. Yeah. So that's it. We're going to, by the end of the show, we'll sum it up. But I want to let my man B.E. kind of talk about what he doing out here and his music and some of the stuff. I actually had one thing. Oh, I'm sorry. Before we get to B.E. Brody was quiet. You were quiet.
Well, yeah. I definitely want to say, we got to look out for our women and children. Also, I don't know if everybody knows, there was a woman who was kidnapped a couple days ago. Stole her car, tied her up to a tree on Accokeek Road. Took her car and ran it into the bowling alley, trying to rob the bowling alley in Waldorf. Y'all remember barbershop, how they did in barbershop? He tried to pull a barbershop, take the ATM machine where her car, left her tied to a tree on Accokeek Road. Yeah, man, a lot of craziness. So yeah, keep your eyes open for everybody, man. Everybody, and also,
man, we gonna have to really. We gonna take and just we're gonna take a show soon, and we're gonna get back to this, man. 'Cause this is crazy.
Yeah, we're gonna have to have another topic on this, but
but that said though, like I said, B's in the studio.
Get to this rap game.
Yeah, I'm sorry, we ain't even allow you. You want to, man, because you got a daughter. Yeah, you got a daughter. You got a daughter too, man.
Yeah,
you want to speak on the topic? You're more than welcome to, because you're here for more than just
it's a sensitive subject. Like, a lot of people, especially from this area, been born and raised, grew up here. It's like people don't take stuff serious because they always got that attitude. Oh, it ain't gonna happen to me. Oh, it can't happen to me. But it can happen to you. And being a parent, having all these nieces and sisters, my family is dominated with females. All the males either locked up or dead. So we got a lot of women, and I just think as men, we need to step up and lead more and lead by example. That's what's wrong with the youngins. They don't have nobody to look up to. The old heads is throwing the pack, say, just go take this and bring you this back, and ain't teaching them nothing. So it's just like, we just got to lead by action, like the lady said on the phone. We can say all the stuff that sounds good, but if we ain't put no action behind it, then men are protectors first and providers. So we got to protect by any means necessary. We don't look for trouble, but we protect, and we going to go beyond whatever we got to do to protect. And that's it. Yes. And somebody going to get the message. They going to know we ain't playing, So.
Not in our city.
Yeah.
Hashtag pounds. Did you say?
Not in our city. Oh yeah.
Hashtag
not in my hood. Yeah.
Not in our city. Not our kids. But to give you a quick backstory on my man B, we actually went to school together, went to college together. Played a little bit of ball,
Oh, I'm sorry.
Jay with the jumper. Yeah, I played ball. I actually
I'm sorry
came
you
from,
played with him, man. I know you
from
probably
practice this morning.
First off,
JD with the jumper, man.
my man still gets it.
That's all he want to do is shoot.
JD, you mean JD trying to shoot the jumper? That's what it
It looked pretty. I remember the form. That's all I remember.
We remember the sound.
He shot that joint every time he tested too.
They got it out of here. Yeah, see, that's consistent every time. Because I like it.
Did he ever tell you about the time he froze up on the free throw line?
Oh man, I ain't hear about them stories, man.
First off, we don't even have time for that. The games that they talking about, no, because I'm not gonna let that ride. The games that they talking about,
He said we ain't got time.
We have time for that on Facebook Live after the show. So let's get back to your man.
No, I had 33.
And when the game was on the line, you froze.
33, and it was a violation that the ref. Come on, man, I had 33. We're not even in this position without my 33. I'm not even gonna do that. See, that's what I'm talking about. They just turn. They know how to get to it.
Man, he's a good brother, man. We went to junior college together for sure.
Yeah, we went to college together,
And
man.
it was just a genuine, organic, friendship. It wasn't forced. It wasn't like two guys was doing too much. It was just a genuine, organic friendship that came, and I ain't seen him in years, but we stayed connected, and I appreciate him.
We across each other here and there. So it was a few of us. Shout out to Scott, man.
Oh yeah, Scott.
Point God.
This guy just had his daughter too, man. Beautiful daughter, man.
Man, we had fun though, man. And from that, man, like you said, everything always been respect, man. And he been doing this thing for a minute, as far as the rap game goes. So y'all make sure y'all check him out. We trying to make sure we build all our local artists. We got another caller. It is on fire today. Good afternoon, ABX. It's in the building.
Yeah, this is Dr. C.
Hey, what's going on, Doc?
Hey, I miss you. How are you doing?
I am awesome. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. I was listening to the situation that's going on with the person that's a pervert that's following the young girls, and I can offer a perspective as a former police officer what you all can do.
Please do.
Okay. The one thing that you all need to do is to have a meeting with everyone in the neighborhood. Ask the school to let you use the building or one of the churches in that neighborhood. So everyone meets together. And then when you have your meeting, you get your police officer and your council person there at that meeting. Because you pay for those people's salary. Okay?
Nice.
Then what you do is you talk about how you need to have the neighborhood improved, and then you all donate your time. We're going to have watches. This person's going to watch from this time to this time. Who goes to school at what time? This group of children walk this way this time. This group of children go this time. Okay. So and so and so and so. And you're going to be out there. You and so and so are going to be out there on post to make sure they get where they got to go. Or if somebody's catching the bus, so and so and so. And this person's going to be on. And you all do it on a rotating basis. Tell the police officers it's called check and patrol. They got to do it. See, you don't get stuff because sometimes they don't offer, but sometimes we don't get stuff because we don't know how to ask. We don't know what we're paying for. You're paying for these people to do the job. Pay them to do their job. But that's what you have to do. When they see and your council person, because you vote for them, their salary comes from you too.
And you said it's called Check and Patrol, Doc?
It's called Check and Patrol. CIP.
Say no more. Listen, we love you and thank you. I didn't know if you guys were watching today, but definitely thank you.
Yes, thank you for that.
Thank you so much for the information.
Because we
You're
definitely
welcome.
going to use
So you all can be part of that solution, and you bring the people who you pay to do it too. And don't forget, get your council person. Get
Yes,
that
ma'am.
councilman,
Yes, ma'am.
that council person.
When you coming on the show?
When you call me.
Yeah. Okay. Enough said.
See you
Enough
next
said.
show.
Right back on
Right
you.
back at me with it. Love you, Doc.
All right, I'm getting off. That's what you do. Call me later on, and I can help you write it out.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Bye.
So yeah, we're gonna have to check and control.
Check and control.
Make sure I tell them. That's
I'm ready to get back to this rap thing.
So
I want some enlightenment.
yeah, back to
some good music.
back to that
I need some good music to my soul today.
So I'll let you kind of go from there.
Yeah, music is a passion of mine. I've been doing it, I've been pushing it passionately for about 12 years now. But I always been a part of me since like 20 years. I've always been a writer. I ain't really the type of person to, express how I feel or talk to people about my problems. So that was one of the things that was good for me, therapeutic for me to vent. And then, as I was doing that, then, people around me, it's like, yeah, man, because I'm talking about real life situations, things that I've came through, overcame, motivation, the hustle, the struggle, so passion just became something. I had the opportunity to hit the road. I done opened up for Wiz Khalifa, Fat Joe, Jim Jones, Curry Hilson. Perform with every band.
I'm trying to find the song that I was telling you that I like. Which one was it? I'm about to go to.
I was just listening to that Y Jones last night.
Oh, the Y, yeah.
That Y Jones go.
Yeah, Y's is so hard. We just. I performed that record in church. I performed records in my church just because that's my lane. Like, inspiration, the struggle, the hustle. It's cool to glorify the materialists and stuff, but we ain't on that, and we ain't doing no welling. Like we just put out a video to Warren G, Regulate. We remixed that. Warren G actually listened to it and liked it. And you know what I'm saying? And we shot the video. I cut hair. That's another passion of mine. We shot it right at the shop. You know what I'm saying? It's real. We putting our real life out. We ain't faking. We ain't doing nothing. So.
But that's what we need. So see, this I'm old. I'm 41, but I keep telling everybody. So my nephews them laugh at me because I listen to rap. You know, I listen to it. I really give everybody a chance. And say, but what you know about it? I say, I grew up on rap. The problem is that the content of it. So, I mean, even if you're watching, I like some of the Baby songs, but after 2 or 3 of them, they all sound the exact same.
Right.
The same cadence, the same everything.
And to capitalize on what you said, this new content is glorifying getting high, using drugs. Look at Juice WRLD. We just lost an artist, a young boy, because all he do is pop pills and sip lean. You know what I'm saying? So it's cool. You got to think these youngers out here, the ones who listen to your music, getting your streams and give you this music. So teach them, learn them. My first bar on that Warren G joint, everybody put their hands up. Tell these youngers out here pull their pants up. You know what I'm saying? And you can still listen to that in the club. And you can still, because we actually out here. We know what's going on. We see the changes that need to be made, and we know what messages to put out. Like, you're not gonna hear me put out music at this point in my life. I mean, I might talk about things that's happened in my past or something that I overcame, but you're not gonna hear me glorifying all of that nonsense, man.
But you need that struggle in order to show that you can get past all of that. Like, I was here, and now I'm here. Like, everybody needs some kind of motivator.
But everybody act like they never struggled. Everybody act like, oh, I always been that nigga. I always had money. Or I always been fly. No, you haven't. I know you still live with your mom. You know what I'm saying? That money that you flashing in Instagram, that ain't your money.
You was dusty back in the day. We know this. We was dusty back in the day. We know this.
Dusty and damn still dust. I got these matches now.
We come from the struggle. We came so far from that welfare cheese. You know what I'm saying? We was on welfare.
But that's where rap changed, if you really think about it, because you know, your Biggies, Jay-Z's, so they actually rapped about the struggle to the point of that's what we grew up on, right? But now it's flipped to the point where they don't rap about the come from. Because eventually Jay-Z got into the
Coke by the boatload,
you know what I'm
I've
saying?
never seen Coke by the boatload. I don't know about nobody else, but
so you came in the game rich. Everybody was born rich. You was born with a silver spoon in your mouth. Even people who was born with silver spoons, everybody got to struggle, man. Everybody got to struggle, and that's where the strongest people come from. Because if you never been through nothing, you ain't gonna know how to handle situations when they hit you. You know what I mean? So we all got testimony, and I just feel like, to be honest, I feel like I've heard this before. I just feel like I'm giving sermons on instrumentals. You know, just telling my testimony, and you know, people text me. And it was at one point that I wasn't even motivated to continue doing music no more, not because I wanted to stop. It's just that, like, being associated with music now it's different. Like, you tell somebody you do music, they stereotyping you. But no, I'm gonna keep doing me, because all it takes is one person to send me that text and be like, man, your music is inspirational, bro. You got me through this situation. I needed to hear that. That was right on time. So I'm always keep doing it, man. I ain't in it if everybody's definition of making it is different. You know what I'm saying? I done been on the road. I done performed at every venue in the city. You know, I can go anywhere and people gonna know my work. I don't care about the TV and all that glorification, celebrity status. That ain't me. You know what I'm saying? I just want to be able to affect somebody to understand where I came from in my message. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
And I think
that was strong.
I think we had what we wound up having, and what I'm listening to you say is kind of like knowing your why, man. At the end of the day, that's what it's about. It's really whatever it is you do, you got to do it for the glorification and purpose of God, or whatever it is you believe in, the higher power.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? So when you understand that, you understand you don't get your blessings from materials. You don't get your blessings from houses, cars, clothes, or sex. You know, it's a feeling. It's something inside of you that's different. You know what I'm saying? It's just a different gratification. And when you understand that, man, that's when you've made it. I think we had shout out to BJ. BJ. Banks, a rapper also from
BJ Banks.
Okay, BJ Banks. Man, his kid go to the same. My kid and his kid go to the same school.
BJ made a statement, man. He was talking to his old parents. He was like, man, I'm good, man. I done made to the point where my music can make some money. I'm good. Good. He not tripping off the fame or fortune. It's what he wanted to do with his music. And I thought that to be interesting. It's a passion. You know what
I agree with you.
But that's what you have to understand.
You know your why.
He knows his lane where he's going at. Some of these kids, that's what they're seeing. is that it's all about the bag. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what they see, chasing the bag.
They
That's all
just
they see.
they just
don't
see they
give
can
a-
make
they
money
don't
off
care
of
about
it.
the concept of
There's
that.
no passion behind
There's
what
no
they're
passion.
doing.
It's just
Yeah.
about the bag.
Yeah.
That's all you hear in the lyrics. I'm popping the perk, about the bag, about the bag, about the bag. I'm popping the perk.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
So at one time, I mean, I thought that's what music was for the soul, was for to communicate, a way to communicate. Like he said, if his music can change somebody from committing suicide, can change somebody from not wanting to go sell drugs, say, you know what, I'm gonna go get a job and just grind hard.
Right.
You know what? I mean,
Go to trade school. I'm
a
gonna finish
grind is a grind. Because trust me, guys, I've been cooking since I was 16 years old.
And it was nasty back then. It was actually now.
It was never nasty.
Yes,
But
it
I
was.
just finally made it. But I needed something to keep my grind going. And music was one of the things I listened to. I get up in the
We all
morning,
did.
listen to certain songs, they would just get me
Right.
going. Not never
Get
going
you
to work
going.
and knock
Even
us
if
out.
it was R&B, that
Yeah,
classic
that's my
R&B.
thing.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's
Because
me
that's
too.
what I listen to in my long. I might
Yeah,
do
yeah,
hip hop,
right.
but when it's just me, I listen to that classical, soulful R&B.
Somebody cut Jill Scott on right now. All y'all
Floetry, all of
Man,
that.
don't do that.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's listening
Some
to
age
Bow
out here
Wow
now.
like me in the morning.
Two-stepping in.
My jam. Bow Wow like me. My jam in the
Hey,
morning.
we was listening to that 20 years ago.
Hey, somebody might lost me. I was Bow Wow. You should go to Bow Wow and Mario Joe.
We was listening to
all that.
all that. Chris Cross,
Yeah.
B2K, all that shit.
Mace with the shiny suit.
All that.
He's my man then.
Hey,
You
hold
already
on,
know.
hold on. Yeah,
He's my
bad,
man.
bad
He's
boy
my
in the
man.
90s, though. They just, yeah. Y'all
So,
don't
are you-
act like
Mace-
that.
upcoming
Mace
shows?
put out
I would
one
love to
album.
support you, brother.
That thing
I would
was-
love to come see your show,
I
support you.
appreciate
Ever
that.
Yeah.
have anything, let us know. We all will be there. Not just one. We all.
I
as a family
appreciate
support
that.
you,
That
brother.
means a lot. And it's vice versa, too. You know what I'm saying? Now that we connected, y'all got anything going on that I can support, I'll be there. But we just had a release part. I released a mixtape
Yes, sir.
on
That's what I was supposed to
Halloween, and we just put the release party out last Saturday. I'm supposed to be, we finalizing the details this week. I'm supposed to be performing on New Year's at this New Year's ball.
Oh,
So
man.
once I get the details, I'll definitely let y'all know.
ABX New Year plan. When we know, you know.
Yeah.
Here we go.
But you know, just like, man, I take pride in how I move and everything that I do, because the way that I was raised. You know, if the way that I was raised and the people that brought me up, like you say, we come from strong women. So when your mother was talking, I felt that. That's why I recorded her, because that's how my mom is. She had all the guys in the hood, in her house. They sleep, we ain't taking care of everybody, taking us to church. We going to movies at the church.
Yeah.
So I take pride in how I move. My father and my brother died in prison, you know? So if I'm out here welling and ain't moving right, I take pride in that. So I can never, like, well or false advertise anything, because where I come from, that's not what we did. You know what I'm saying? I ain't too far from where y'all from.
Yeah,
So we
I
take
know,
pride.
yeah.
You an 80s baby, so you know what I'm saying? We take pride in that, bro. Like, and that's what's wrong with the world.
But that's what's missing, man. And I
That's what's
pride.
wrong with the world. Why you think a lot of women is dealing with women now? Because we don't have enough more solid men.
So tell me, hold on. B, hold
let me get
on.
comfortable.
We need to
Let
put
me
this
get
one, because we ain't even got time.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
gotta
go with that
But
one.
look, matter of fact, you're welcome to come back on the 29th.
Man, whenever,
you can
man.
hop in the topics.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
ain't just, we brothers. Like, at the end of the day, like I always tell them, like, this is about the more of us that can connect and set the example for changing the narrative. Nobody's gonna tell our story anymore. They're not gonna call us thugs and idiots or nah. They're not about to tell our story no more. We gonna show them what we really are. We are real fathers. We are real men. We do real things. We protect ours. We lead by example. And despite whoever doing what, saying whatever they want to say, we gonna keep doing what we do. Male, female, womanhood, no matter what, we gonna keep doing what we do. And if they try to knock one of us down, two more of us just keep going.
Exactly.
You already know.
That's what it is, man.
I love this. Man.
It ain't. That's why I sat here for song. Just listen, man, because it ain't about me, man. It's just about the energy. Energy is everything.
Yeah,
you can be in the room with people.
Oh,
Hold
man.
on. I gotta do my. When you say the word energy. Oh yeah, go ahead, bro. Because we'll be going on.
And that's a wrap. Catch it next time.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
We ain't heard from you.
You've been chilling today. What you got for us? What you got for us, man? What you got for us?
Nah, man. Hey, man, y'all done took it away today, man. I don't even gotta say nothing.
Yes, man. It brings you out, man.
Man, the energy,
what I wanna
man,
say-
never lies, man.
Word, nah, what I want to say, man, this is beautiful right here, man. We got a room full of brothers, all of us on a positive tip, man. Just to hear y'all, man. Just it just puts everything in perspective, man. We need more
I like your swag, man,
Different lanes.
because I've been bringing all the swag to this room, so we needed somebody to bring more swag with us.
Okay, so
My swag ain't like that. See that collar? My swag ain't like that. I love him though. Let me say this real quick. I love this lane. Like my man said, even though he does his rap thing, he has a vibe. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you shout that out there.
Yeah, man. If you ever need a haircut, we got salon, we got beauticians in there. We open 7 days a week. I don't know a shop that is open 7 days a week.
Me neither.
And you know,
my wife's shop open
and we
7 days.
operating off of passion. 7
She
days
won't
a
cut
week.
no hair.
Second chance. No, I cut.
I'm talking about.
Second Chance Hair Clinic, man. It's 3012 Hamilton Street in Hyattsville, around the corner from PG Plaza, right next to West Hyattsville Station. So come through and holler at us, man.
Well,
you know?
I needed a haircut, so I know where to go get my haircut at
See the
now.
hat on. I was gonna wear a
Yeah.
hat. You understand?
And I'm a good barber. I'm a great barber. There's a lot of bad barbers out here. I'm a great barber. I ain't gonna push nothing back. You know.
Well, I tell y'all what. ABX Rock Wave.
Wait, let me say this. The different lanes that I'm talking about, we have different avenues. Like I was saying, my man right here, the rap and also the barber. As my brother does security, you feel me? We'll own his own security company. My chef right
He's
here.
my head of security.
Hey, you understand? Big Jackson, I do maintenance. You understand? There's different lanes. Stan, the man.
Listen, Stan has
you
no.
just-
You can't put
Stan,
me.
we can't
You
put Stan in the
cannot
box.
put Stan in the box.
You understand, man? We can't put you in the box,
17
bro.
jobs. He got
He just
promoted
got the
at
glow.
all of them.
He just got the glow. He just got the glow. He just got the glow.
Stan do from
He
engineering to
called him Stan
crocheting.
with the glow.
But seriously, I love it. You understand what I'm saying? When you can bring different people from different lanes, even though we grew up together, you get what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, when you have so many, bro,
Yeah, man.
you feel me?
You got to. You know, you shouldn't
Young
be
Buck,
around
we
people.
can't forget the young buck who's taking it all in 21 yards.
Yeah, we wanted to shout out the nephew
All day.
and my nephew,
future.
my man Bone. I want to shout out my man Bone because you know he's a veteran. Veteran straight this past. He's a veteran, man. You know what I mean? So we want to lead by example. He got his son with him, teaching his son.
There it is.
That's what we
Mario.
need,
That's
what we
man.
missing. That's what we
More black men.
Yeah.
Man, let me give you another
But see, that's
applause, man. That's what we need.
A lot of times we play the background. You feel what I'm saying? As men, we play the background. We don't want to show. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, because it's in us to do it.
Because we've
like
been
the men I
told,
grew up
though.
with.
We've been told that's not what you do.
That's not
Yeah.
what you're supposed to do.
what you do.
Right.
But it's time to show what we do. Like she said, and we've been saying numerous of times on the conversation that people don't see us, and when we're talking behind the scenes, stop talking, man. Facts. Like if you see my live the other day, you should understand where I'm coming from. Stop talking. I was out there at 4:30 in the morning. You understand me? From 4:30, 5:30, 6:30 for these babies. You understand? It's not for fanfare. I'm dead serious about this, man.
Yeah.
We got to do this, man.
I'm getting off work going straight
You
there.
feel me? My man doing 10, 12-hour shifts coming straight to it. Let's go. Pounds, come on, bro.
So, I mean, we can
Go ahead, bro. I'm
I
sorry.
need to make sure I plug in real quick because we have officially partnered with Vox Wave, Abstrakt Xcilence. Vox Wave, our partnership. And from such as I said, Brody, the promotion, you know, so we got a link things we're trying to do. So we are absolutely selling airtime for show slots, bi-weekly or weekly. The blocks are different in terms of moderate pricing. Just give me a call or email me. But we also are selling advertisements in terms of if you want to sponsor and or have your product advertised. Again, very, very much so moderate pricing, depending on how you want to do it.
Right.
You can write up a script, or I can help you write up a script. As far as the show side goes, we're not only welcoming in new shows, but as the partnership goes, I will help those with ideas that need help creating shows, to help create and produce those shows. If you need help creating a show, if you already have your idea in place, cool, just shoot me an email, give me a call, 301-549-9695, or one of us, one of my brothers,
we'll pass the message along. We got
get
you.
it going. But what we're doing in 2020, man, we're about to change
The blueprint.
the entire game.
You hear me?
God willing.
ABX contracts on the way.
Yeah. You hear me? That's it. For Box Wave right now, we have the toy drive going on. Unopened or what is it? Unopened, likely.
Yeah, I think it's refurbished or unopened.
With toys, yeah. Drop off here at the station, 4711 Arthur Road, Suitland, Maryland. I forget the zip code.
Don't bring no dog baby with the eyes missing.
The station here is open, I believe, pretty much every day, right?
Yeah.
Right over here.
I'm in here.
Yeah, so we have drop boxes. Please do come through before the 22nd, I think it is, and drop off some toys if and when you can, please. Hey, baby.
She know what time it was.
As I said before.
It's time to eat. Yeah.
Uh-oh. Oh.
Yeah,
They look just like you two, boy. I say.
Put your shades on. There you go. Put your shades on. Hold up. You gotta put his makeup on. And he's ready.
This has been an awesome show, fellas, man. I want to say thank y'all, man. Like, we without sounding, we growing with each go, man. We growing with each go. Y'all we just gotta keep.
And it's a blessing, man, after school, man, just to see you doing this, because I always knew you had something like this in you. I
appreciate
you. You was just so fly and had all the women back then.
Nice.
Every girl I try to holler at. I'm just messing with him. I ain't getting in trouble.
He talking about somebody else.
Yeah, I'm just messing. All we did is go to class and stand up here, man.
I ain't getting no runoff for the women. Where was that at? I ain't getting no runoff, no nothing. We need to talk about this.
Jermaine, that caught in you. Jermaine, that caught in you. What me?
Yeah, I had to hop out that car myself. I was crashing for everybody.
I'm gonna keep my mouth real.
I'm here with my man Jacob, my cameraman on Facebook Live. See how cool he is.
Yeah, hold it up some.
On another
Cutting
note,
his face
we
off.
got to go. This dude right here, man.
Hilarious, man.
We love him, man. But I love y'all, man. Stan, man, I love you. Love y'all. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. We got a special Christmas Eve situation coming at you, and I'm gonna tell you about it.
Let me know what's up.
We got some. We ain't even get there yet. Yeah, baby, you're going. We got some special footage and some special things coming. Possibly we got our new group. We got a group coming. We got a Christmas group coming. We're gonna do a performance for y'all. Y'all don't even know about it. Oh, you ain't know? I'm the lead singer. They didn't tell you. So that said, let it snow, baby.
Yeah, we got a new coming out.
He's not supposed to.
Happy holidays, Merry Christmas. We're gonna see y'all on the 29th. Y'all
He the new Eddie Kane.
We love y'all. ABX.
He the new Eddie Kane Jr.
Oh, he the new Eddie Kane?
Good night.
New Eddie Kane Jr.
Bunny time.
Yes, sir. Love you, baby.
Look at the little fingers.
Hey, Mario.
Great show.
Alright, let's get everybody. Yeah, matter of fact.
Went from ducking 12, now I'm ducking hell. Many times I failed, many times I prevailed. Satan on my trail, I got God, I'm doing well. Had to tell myself, I ain't taking no more L. Winning season, 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 winning season. It's coming, I believe it, huh? Watch it leave me speechless, huh? It's my winning season, huh? Flexing on my demons, huh? Knew the Lord was scheming, wasn't down for no reason, huh? My mood this whole season, Michael Jackson, Billie Jean, and I came from the bottom of the pot. When I got saved, I was on the block. I got locked with bags in my sock. I got bagged by undercover cops. Up the street from the parking lot. On the way to the barber shop. I'm just grateful that I made it out and see myself off the paper route. Still got homies living in the trenches. I feed homeless women on the benches. We treat all year like Thanksgiving. On the block, I made a great decision. There's somebody tell me I ain't winning. I got youngers changing how they feeling. Instead of telling them to stop sinning, I just show a better way of living. They still ducking 12. Still bustin' shells, still bustin' sales. Look at them numbers on the scale. Me, I'm ducking hell. Try all the one I feel. I say I turn a wheel when I win my life on the scale. Went from ducking 12, now I'm ducking hell.